All right. Once again, this is wonderful opportunity I have here today with a special guest. It's my friend for over 35 years. He's an entrepreneur. Is a business partner, also an international client that I've been working with for some time now. And I'm really excited about it is because he is my secondary schoolmate from where I grew up back home in Sapele, Delta State in Nigeria. We went to the same secondary school and we finished over 30 years ago. We finished from our secondary school the year 1992, and we're here again to connect. And he's joining me all the way from Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. And hi, Ima. This is Ima Ekpoto, call it the triple E. How are you doing today, my friend?
Yes, my friend, I'm very good today. I'm doing very well, and my spirit is very high today because I'm happy today.
It's great. And you look it. You look good. You look fresh. You look, it's like all the millions in Abuja. I'm coming to collect some from you, my friend. All right.
Well, the millions are not here yet, but we are doing our best. We are moving on.
Yeah, that's good. Something I know about you. You love doing your best. Okay, before I dive in to our podcast today, I have some things, information about Emmanuel that I got somewhere on the internet. A little bit about him. His name is Ekpoto Emmanuel. They call it Triple E.
Correct.
Mr. Ekpoto is currently the training coordinator and a major team player of the Management House Africa in Abuja, Nigeria,
Correct.
and is
Yeah.
an international accredited trainer and management consultant with deep interest in leadership development, entrepreneurship, and organizational relationship development. And also, he has designed and implemented training solutions that have changed the course of organizational operations for good. He is a senior lecturer and management development research fellow. In addition, he was the training and development team leader of the African Business School. He holds a BSc degree in business administration from the Abruz Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State in Nigeria, and a Master of Science degree from the African Nazarene University, Nairobi, Kenya. He is a professional member of the Chartered Institute of Administration, Institute of Professional Management Administrator of Nigeria. It's a very widely traveled. He's a key player in the team of resource person of the Management House Africa in Abuja, and he hails from Delta State, Nigeria. What a great journey you've come for us since we finished our secondary school, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. In addition to that, I am also currently having a PhD in view with the Nigerian Defense Academy.
Wow.
That's just in addition to that. And I'm studying to have a PhD in leadership and strategic studies.
That is very exciting to hear. You are really preparing for the future. One thing I like about you are a man who commits to excellence. You develop yourself, you invest in yourself, and you have traveled far and wide. Just a little bit of background. He's an international businessman. He's a client and also a business partner. Both of us, we've done business together here in the UK. He brings some well meaningful government officials from Abuja, from Nigeria, top politicians, members of House Assembly. He brings them here to the UK. He goes to America and he trains them. And I've had the privilege to be one of his training consultants in the UK here. The last one we did was a few years ago with the members of House of Assembly of the Ogun states, and they all came to the UK. We had a great time with this training on leadership development. So it's been a journey, and we'll be here. So, Emmanuel, there's one question I want to ask you. I guess you will not be expecting this question. I've been in the UK for some time now, and I've seen a lot of people who, from one way or the other, they try to secure visa to say, hey, I'm going to the UK either to study or for visit or holiday. And most of them, when they come to the UK, they say, oh, I'm not going back again. They head back. But you are somebody who have been to the UK several times. You've been to America several times. You've been to some other countries. What is it that kept you, I'm going back to Nigeria, rather than saying, you know what, let me stay here in the UK. It's a greener pasture. I don't want to go back again. Why? And what is that thing that got you? I came here for something, I finished, I'm going back to Nigeria. How did you do that?
Oh, okay. Thank you for that question. Like you said, Ife, I actually wasn't expecting that question, but it's fine. The truth is that the green is green every part of the grass rather is green in every part of the world. There is no particular place that the grass is seen to be greener or better. Wherever you are, everywhere in this world is a location for which God could bless anybody anywhere.
Correct.
Because you are in a particular location does not necessarily mean that you're going to be better than the person that is living at the other location.
Correct.
It's about choice. It's about where you decide to reside. Some people may decide to reside in the United States, others decide to reside in the UK. But I think I am comfortable in Nigeria and I decide to reside in Nigeria. And the grass in Nigeria, they are very green to me. And why would I go to look for greener pasture somewhere when the grass here is green? So that's why I think we can all connect, we can all network, we can all work together from every part of the world. We all don't necessarily need to be in a particular location. As a matter of fact, the beauty is when we are spread around different locations around the world. When I want to come to the UK, I know that I've got Efe in the UK.
Yeah.
I can call up Efe and say, hi, Efe, this is what I need to do in the UK. Can you facilitate this? Let's put our heads together. Let's work in achieving this. You've been out of Nigeria for a couple of years now. And when you want to come back to Nigeria, you could call me up and say, Emmanuel, these are the things I'm coming to do in Nigeria. How do you go about this?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful when we live around the world and it's easy for us to connect and to network.
I like that.
I honestly have not at any point in time thought that I am going to be relocating out of Nigeria and go and stay in another country. It's beautiful everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful here as well in Nigeria.
That's great. I love your mindset behind it. That means from what you said, it's green everywhere, it's beautiful everywhere. And I think it comes to me, you're somebody who have faith in yourself, you have faith in what you are doing, you have a purpose, you have something you are pursuing, you have an assignment, and your base, it doesn't mean you have to be abroad. So you believe in it in Nigeria. And to be honest, what you said makes sense because you invest a lot of money coming to this country, UK, or going to America, and you come to do business, you go back and do your business. So that is very commendable to know. Now, the next question I'm going to ask you now, you've done a lot. You travel far and wide. You're well read, and you work with high net work leaders across Nigeria. And you are somebody who was born like me in that little small town in Delta State, in Sapele. We all grew up in Sapele local state. Tell me, what is your story? How did you evolve moving from a young boy who was born in Sapele, now going to Abuja, setting up a business, having a family, becoming an international businessman, traveling across the world? Red, what is your story? How did it happen? How did you become an entrepreneur?
Okay. There is this popular saying that I believe in so much, that necessity is the mother of invention. We all grew up in that little town called Sapele in Delta State. We attended primary school there. You were a star in our primary school days because you were outstanding in the soccer. You were an outstanding football player, so you were a star. And we admired you because you play good football, but it was a necessity to stand out. And the story goes that even right when we were in Sapele, that even the poorest of the poor look at us and call us poor.
Correct.
Because we were not counted amongst the privileged that in secondary school.
Yeah.
So the only way out for us was to stand out in whatever we find ourselves doing.
Correct.
And at that time, to stand out educationally was our main objective. And I told myself that I was going to study hard and stand out. But it wasn't easy. And the resources were not available.
Yeah.
My parents were not counted amongst the families that could afford certain basic necessities in the town.
Yeah.
So this is what you may not know, Ify, and I'm going to be telling you now publicly that while we were in school in Sapele from JS3, every weekend I was traveling to Warri to go and push wheelbarrow. I don't know if that resonates with anybody, if anybody knows what wheelbarrow means. Because that's the only way I could succeed. But it wasn't possible to do that in Sapele because I was ashamed of the trade of going to be pushing wheelbarrow. Pushing wheelbarrow means that you go to the market and use wheelbarrow to ferry load for people, and they give you benefit for doing that. So that was what I did from JS3 till we graduated from secondary school. And I can't forget that May 1992, the same day we dropped our pen for the last paper in WAEC, was the day I went back to Warri to continue my hustling in the market.
Wow.
It's been a journey, but the point is that my consciousness is I must press forward. I must move forward.
Yeah.
So at that time, I knew nothing called fear. All I understood was, what do I need to do next?
Correct.
So fear wasn't a factor for me.
Wow.
It was, what next should I do? So what next should I do has also been a factor that has kept me on till date. That as soon as I conceptualize that next thing to do, I don't think of how to do it, I start doing it.
And you've been doing a lot of things. So that mindset of doing things, tell us about, how did you transit in becoming an entrepreneur and being able to have the willpower, the confidence to move from that little community from Sapele to be in Abuja, establish in Abuja, having a family in Abuja? Because I know it's not easy to settle in Abuja, much especially we know how Nigeria is. So what is the story behind it? What is the transition with that growth from a wheelbarrow pusher to becoming an entrepreneur, an international well-traveled entrepreneur based in Abuja? What is the story behind that?
Okay, again, necessity is the mother of invention.
I love that.
So 1995 stroke 1996, I moved from Warri to Lagos. And I was in Lagos when the Warri crisis broke out. And there was crisis in Warri. And my siblings all left Warri and came to Lagos. 6 of them, including myself, 7. 7 of us were staying in the same room. So it was a necessity for survival that drove me into entrepreneurship. How do I keep 6 children? 1997, I was quite a young man. How do I keep 6 children with myself? How do we sustain ourselves? So it is in the course of looking for how to sustain ourselves that I started a business model in Lagos that I tagged the corporate mobile business. I think it was the first of its kind in Lagos then. I got a bag, a corporate small box bag. Then I'll go to a place called Lagos Island to get some materials, ties, men ties, boxers, and utility items for men. I'll enclose that in that box and move around from one office to the other, selling or marketing this product. That was how I started my journey in entrepreneurship.
That's very interesting.
You know, starting doing that actually put food on the table for me and my siblings. And I was doing that and studying at the same time. And 6 children were also going to school at the same time. So I became a father and a mother at the same time. So that's why I keep saying necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity bets entrepreneurship in me, because who would I go to? How do we survive? So I need something to do that we'll all survive together with. And that was how the corporate mobile business came up. And I started doing that while I was studying at the same time.
Wow.
And I was doing that till I graduated and I was posted out of Lagos to serve in Abuja.
Wow.
So when I came for youth service in Abuja, I continued. I was posted to serve at the National Assembly.
Yeah.
And of course, I was not a privileged back then. So I couldn't afford to rent a place for myself in Abuja. So I stayed at the NYC camp for the 1 year period of my youth service, which means I wasn't paying rent. I was just there. I wasn't paying light bill as well. I wasn't paying bills for the 1 year period of my youth service. But that also enabled me to be able to save money.
Great.
While I was also hustling to make more money. So I continued with my business as a corporate mobile business in Abuja. Then as a copper, I was also lecturing in other educational centers, professional educational center. I was lecturing. So for the 1 year of my youth service, I was able to save my entire allowance for that 1 year.
Great.
Because I was surviving through my businesses. My siblings in Lagos were surviving through the businesses, yet I was saving money that I was making officially from NYC. When we finished our service, when other graduates were looking for jobs, I knew it wasn't going to be easy to get a job easily. So I started the business of making phone calls. In Nigeria then, there was this phone call services that if you don't have a call, you can take your number to a vendor who make the call for you and you are charged for the service. So I started doing that service with the same phone number, you know it. Not today, yes. That is the phone number I was using at that time to make phone call services. And the business grew. I was doing that in National Assembly for people around National Assembly within the period of 2002, 2003, and 4. They will understand the story that I was doing that in National Assembly and I was making good money. Some of my siblings that finished secondary school eventually came to join me in Abuja. And that was how the entrepreneurial journey started for me.
What a journey. One step led to the next step. You were discovering something. You were just pushing. You didn't sit down and make an excuse.
No, there was no need to sit down.
You didn't sit down to blame family members or no uncle to help.
No.
So you just made yourself available to get into that. What a great story. Now, you are somebody who has worked with major stakeholders in Nigeria, specifically in Abuja. Correct. You were that young copper who was in Abuja trying to do the local telephone call services to people, to now having an organization in Abuja that now train members of House of Assembly, take top-class politicians, take them traveled abroad for training and all that. Tell me about your company, which is called the Management House Africa in Abuja. How did you get started and what is it the company does?
Okay. Like you read out when you were looking at when you were reading my profile, I worked with the African Business School as a trainer and a resource person. That's where it started from. As a copper, I was lecturing with the African Business School, the level of preparing students for professional examination. That also gave the management of the African Business School the mindset to look at this young man and try him out, because I told them that this thing you guys are doing, I can do it too. I can deliver paper. They say, oh, my friend, what? You can't do this. I said, just give me a try. I can do it. And I was given the chance to try. And I did that, and I did that very well. And I became a major resource person with the African Business School. And that was how the journey of professional training started. And that was how I went to South Africa and also was engaging in the same business of professional training, and eventually came back to Nigeria And then the Management House Africa was given birth to in Nigeria in 2008.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
but between 2008 till now, or from 2008 till now, we have done good. We have done very well. We now have our corporate permanent office in Abuja,
Mm.
and we've gone around the world multiple times, organizing training, partnering with people around the world. So we are doing very well in the space of human capital development here in Nigeria and as well as around the world.
That's very good. So tell me about the human capital development and leadership training. Is there a particular audience that you work with? Is there a is it government? Is it the local community? Who are the people you do this training for?
Okay, we focus more on government agencies, though we have once in a while and a couple of times worked with the banks and academic institutions, but our focus has been on the government agencies over the years.
Yeah.
And we've trained on areas around growing capacities in areas around procurement, public procurement.
Yeah.
We've trained on issues around retirement, which is my core competence area, which
Okay.
is an area I particularly have interest on,
Yeah.
your passion for. And we've done training in other areas. We've done training as well on artificial intelligence and so many other areas, but with focus mostly on government agencies.
That's great. It's good. Now, looking back to your journey now, right from where you moved to Lagos, from Lagos to Abuja, doing a phone call, you started doing training for some people, and you grew. You set up a company, you got married, you travel across the globe, and there must be something you are doing that is helping you to achieve these successes from place to place. What do you think are your top two success secrets or golden nuggets you would like to tell people who are listening to you? These are the things, these are the mindsets you've applied to yourself in your journey. What are the top two, three secrets of success or of achievement or of growth you would like to share with people?
Be real to yourself. Be you.
Be you.
Just be. I can't be you, Ife. I am Emmanuel. And just be me and do my things in the way that I give value to people, particularly to my clients. And keep your integrity eye up there. Your integrity will speak for you any day, anytime.
Yeah.
If you have a responsibility, deliver to the terms of your deliverables.
Yeah.
If you tell somebody I'll be there by 10 a.m., please, can you be there by 10 a.m.? If you tell somebody I have XYZ to deliver in this project, can you deliver XYZ in that project? Irrespective of whether you are making money out of it or not at the time. But hold on to your integrity, hold on to your word.
Yeah.
Let your word be your bond. Let your word speak for you when you are not there. Let people say, if it is a photo and you act no, they will lose confidence in you.
Exactly.
And they will not come back to you again. So over the years, that has been our watchword. It is the Management House Africa. And our brand is to keep our integrity high and to deliver on our promises. Whatever we promise, be rest assured that we are going to deliver to our promises, and oftentimes we are going to surpass the promises that we made earlier.
That's great.
So that has kept us in business even up till today, and I'm sure going forward.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that. I remember, I think the year when COVID came, it was the year, is it
2019.
2019, when
Yes, first quarter of the year.
you called me first. You called me, you sent a message to me on WhatsApp, and you called me and we spoke, and you told me that, hey, Faye, I want you to package a training for the House of Assembly, members of House of Assembly of Ogun State. And these are the names. Do the paperwork for them to apply for the visa, and I'm bringing them to the UK for you to do training. Initially, I didn't believe that. And when you were telling me, I said, House of Assembly of Ogun State, the speakers, the street sweep, and all that. And as we kept doing week by week, things are coming, unfolding, and all of a sudden, the documentation we use All of them got their visa, and all of a sudden it happened. They came to Hilton Hotel in somewhere in London,
Kensington.
Kensington in London, and they came. We actually did the training, and I began to ask myself, how did this man from Sapele have this connection? Now I know the secret. So you kept to your integrity. You became
Correct.
yourself. You didn't try to. Your integrity now gave you the reputation of have those business opportunity in doing that. Now, one more question I want to ask you. Being an entrepreneur, working in Abuja and traveling a lot, what has been your greatest challenge and how did you overcome it?
Okay. The greatest challenge, I will look at it from relating with people outside Nigeria and relating with people in Nigeria. And it comes together as one thing, trust.
Mm.
That has been the greatest challenge. I remember when I was to do a collaboration with a partner in South Africa. I have never met him. I got his contact and I sent him a message. And he was initially scared working with in Nigeria. The trust elements came up there. And I told him, calm down, you've got no problem with me. And also a couple of institutions I've worked with in the UK, in America, and in other parts of the world. The trust element has always been the greatest challenge. But after the first relationship, these persons had always ended up becoming my personal friends.
Partners. Very good.
Not just partners any longer, but we eventually become friends because I will always deliver on my promises.
Great.
If we have an agreement, I will always hold on to my agreement and make sure I deliver as agreed. So trust has been the major challenge, but it's always easy to overcome it when you are able to hold on to your word and meet up with the content of your agreements.
I love that. And it's you display it. Because earlier you said integrity. When people don't
Correct.
trust you and they know you are a person of integrity, they want to do business with you. And to be honest, I think when you initially contacted me, the first time we did our business connection, I will say, oh, this man is
In Manchester.
yeah, in
You remember the
Manchester.
one we had in Manchester? Yes.
Yeah. So at the early stage, the first thing we did, I said, this man, can he keep to the standard of what I do? He may be thinking we are friends back home in Nigeria. But I said, but I've been here for a while. My values has changed. Why I do things has changed. Can we work together? But along the line, you proved me wrong. We did it once, we did it twice, we did it 3 times, and it becomes something with it. So trust. I wouldn't blame you because when I operate my business here, because I am into consulting, I work with entrepreneurs or professionals in the UK here. The first time it was difficult for me because they didn't trust me because I'm a
Yes.
Nigerian. But over a period of time, I built my reputation based on integrity. I kept
Correct.
my word, transparent. I meant what I said, and I do what I said I was going to do. And that has helped me to break through to do that. So, what is your plan for the future? What do you have? What is your big vision? What is your big why? What drives you?
Okay. The world is becoming techy on a daily basis as it is now.
Yeah.
So the big vision will be mutating into taking the business and advancing the business technologically. That has been the big vision. In a short while, in about a month or two from now, or thereabout, we should be announcing a huge breakthrough in the world as it relates to access control, security device that we are working on. It's something we've been working on for about 2 years, and we are coming up good. We are coming up very good.
That's great.
And we hope that it will revolutionize access control system in Nigeria and around the world as well. So that is a big vision for now. And as you may know, vision is not static. As you achieve one vision, you want to
Dynamic.
create a bigger vision, you know. So for now, that is the vision for us at the Management House Africa. And
Yeah.
we are working steadily towards that. And hopefully in 2-3 months' time, we should be able to announce our breakthrough And
Right.
we believe that will surely revolutionize access control security system in Nigeria.
That's great. As a way of promoting you, I understand from a little bit of research, your company, you are doing international workshop on artificial intelligence, the mastery
Yes,
for legislator, shaping the future of legislative governance. At some
correct,
time along the line here in Manchester in the UK here, around
correct.
August this year, 2024. Tell us a little bit about it. Why should people come to that event or that training, international workshop on artificial intelligence? What is the benefit? Why should they come? And how can they register?
Okay, now the artificial intelligence is gradually taking over the space in the world,
Yeah.
and legislative development. Legislators will be able to take proper advantage of artificial intelligence to enhance their activities and make proper legislation for the governance of their immediate environment, whether it's a state legislator or is a federal legislator. And I think the earlier the better, since the evolution of artificial intelligence is moving faster than one can actually comprehend. The earlier legislators key into the dynamics and the power and the potentials of artificial intelligence, the better for them. So that is the reason why the Management House Africa puts together this program on artificial intelligence with partners in the UK, which when the time comes, we surely will be talking to you about it as well and see where we can come in. But it is key if you are a legislator wherever in the world, it is key you register for this program and understand the dynamics, the complexity, and the potentials that artificial intelligence has for legislative governance around the world. Now, you can register easily by just checking our website, www.themanagementhouseafrica.com. Now, when you go to themanagementhouseafrica.com, you can easily register there, or you can make us an email and we'll be able to register you for the program. But it's one program that everyone that is a legislator or that wants to become a legislator should see as very important, want to take advantage of and attend.
It's very important because when I've been involved with artificial intelligence in the last 8 to 12 months now. And to be honest, it makes life easy. It makes my business operation easy. It makes things less stressful for me with my business operation. And also with the systems in place, with the access to information, with how it's fine-tuned and refine content for you, how it streamline things, it make it easy for you. Great. Thank you so much, Ima. This has been eye-opening hearing your story. And I believe those who will be listening to this afterwards, it could be our schoolmates, our friends, business colleague, either in Nigeria, in the UK, in South Africa, or in England. I believe there is one thing we can learn from you. Integrity is a key thing. It's an asset. And if we build on our integrity, it brings repeat success. I have experienced that for myself as well. So thank you very much, Ima. It's been great talking to you on this podcast. So in one word, what is your final word of encouragement to whoever's listening to us before we end up?
My final word to encourage whoever is listening to us today is be true to yourself. Just be yourself. The grass is green every part of the world.
Correct.
You don't necessarily need to be in a particular location to make a difference.
Correct.
Wherever you are, take the first step, put the other step forward, put the other step forward. Certainly you will move forward. Don't sit in one place. Take the first step, take action, and you certainly get value for yourself and for your community. Don't sit there. Keep your integrity high, and people will believe in you.
All right.
And of course, the sky will not only be your limit, but it's going to be your starting point.
What a great word. Put yourself forward, maintain integrity, don't wait for things, put yourself out there, take action. That's a good word of success, I believe, that will live forever. Thank you so much, Shima. It's good having you here today.